yourself, cause you're worthy. Cause when you honor, respect, and you praise thee, nothing good comes from the lack of love and stuff. If you don't think that you're valuable enough, never live life like you're stuck. Put your crown on and queen up. Hey, a queen up. Hey, a queen up. Hey, queen up.
We're here in the Queen's Corner where we highlight Black and minority-owned businesses in South Florida. And that means Palm Beach, Broward, Miami-Dade, and Monroe counties. And in the Queen's Corner, we are highlighting items that we are currently wearing from Black-owned businesses. So, Ms. J, what are you wearing today?
Girl, you know I love it when you ask me that question. Girl, what I'm wearing is on my hair, honey. I know y'all see these inches. All right. This hair is from Pinup Dolls. Actually, she was our last guest on our last show. Oh, wow. Pinup Dolls, Sade, the CEO and owner. She is fabulous. The hair has no shedding. It is soft. It is really comfortable. It's easy to wear. It's removable, glueless, and I love it. And she's right in Pembroke Pines.
That's right. And she gets to keep her edges, remember?
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. I love it. I love it.
Yes. So, Miss Bridget, what are you wearing, Miss?
Well, what I am wearing is actually underneath my clothes today, ladies.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, what we have here, Queen?
What I am wearing is an extra 2 pounds because I had the pleasure of visiting Donna's Caribbean restaurant this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
The food there is so good. She has locations throughout Miami-Dade and Broward.
Okay.
I went to the one right here in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
I had the oxtail. My husband had the curry chicken.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I ate to my heart's content.
Right.
The Caribbean food there is delicioso. So yes, you guys must visit Donna's Caribbean.
Okay, so now, Miss Queen Rativia, honey, what are you wearing?
Well, I am wearing some fabulous pumps by Shoe Feature. She's
Yes.
also one of our guests on the show, actually our first guest. And these shoes are very comfortable, they're stylish, and guess what? They are fall ready.
Okay.
I'm ready for the holidays.
And remember, all of her shoes are less than $40.
That's
Yes,
right.
they
Yes,
are.
they sure are.
Okay.
Yes, sure are. All right, Queens. Well, I'm Bridget Cadet.
I'm Ratifia Chisholm.
And I am Jay West.
And we are
Queen Up Chronicles. Let's get it started. You know, I would be remiss, Queens, if I did not acknowledge my co-host, Bridget Pierce. She is newly married. We had a wonderful trip over to the Bahamas. And we want to congratulate her on that.
Yes, thank you.
It's always beautiful when two hearts connect for a lifetime, right?
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. We had a great time. Everything went well. Actually, everything was perfect.
Yes.
And it's not too many times that
You can say that.
Right. Everything went perfect.
Right.
And I'm just so happy. We're still in our honeymoon phase.
Right.
And loving it.
Right. That's a good place to be.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And so, you know, now that I'm married, and I want to bring up this topic with you guys, when would you say it is too soon to have your kids meet the love of your life?
Okay. So today we're talking about your spouse and your children.
Yes.
When should they meet? How soon is too soon? It's basically what we're talking about. Okay.
That's a very, very
All right.
important question.
So, unfortunately, there's a lot of single family households, right? And a lot of breakups to makeups, right? And the person you have a child with is not necessarily the person you will spend a lifetime with, unfortunately. Right? So I've been in that position where I've had to, where I've been dating, I'm single, I've been single for a while, and I'm currently in the dating phase, right? Looking for Mr. Right, So I have to figure out how soon is too soon. Now, Rativa, you're a young lady who's single, but you have no children.
Right.
So how do you, what's your take on that? Because you're kind of on the outside looking in of somewhat, but I'm sure you're versed in that because you're a mature woman and you've been exposed to a lot. So what would be your opinion on that?
Well, let me just say this. First and foremost, I've never dated anyone with children. Never.
Oh,
wow.
So you really wouldn't
I've never dated
have an
anyone.
idea.
I've never dated anyone with kids. However, and that was by choice because I didn't want to deal with the drama
Okay.
I don't come with drama. So
The baby mama
the
drama.
baby mama drama.
Okay.
Exactly. I
Okay.
never wanted
That's
to deal
fair.
with that.
Okay.
So I would say now that I'm a little bit more mature,
I love that word, mature.
I
Yes.
would say, okay, maybe I'll entertain it
Mhm.
if you have adult children.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I still don't want to deal with the baby mom drama.
Well,
So I would say for me, let us date for a little bit to see how we vibe. If
Okay.
we really like each other.
Okay.
And then maybe somewhere down the road, maybe I'll be more open to meeting your children. But the first 2, 3, 4 months,
Okay.
I don't want to meet your kid because
Okay.
I'm trying to get to know you.
Okay.
Okay.
So would you say it's safe within like 6 months to bring the children in? Because for me, okay, let me give my take on that. So like at the 6 or 7 month period, right? I'm thinking this is the guy who I want to be with. There's some longevity in this. I may be the leading lady. So I may need to go ahead and start introducing him slowly but surely into my life, right? And then I think 6 or 7 months, it's safe to introduce my children.
well, let me say this. I really don't think you could put a time frame on you introducing your kids or your kids being introduced to someone that you care about.
Okay.
I believe it has to go more on a feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you feel about this person? How does this person show that he feels about you?
Okay.
Now, Rativia, going back to what you were saying, if you do not want to date men with children, you about to be single for a long time. Okay?
Okay. Let's get that straight.
Let's get that straight.
Because everybody
Everybody
has
has
children.
children. It's very rare that you're going to run across someone
Right.
that doesn't have a child.
Now I'm not against a woman having standards. You have a criteria. You have your do's and don'ts. You have your rules. But not having any kids for a man, I don't know if that's fair.
I think it's a little unrealistic in today's world.
Well, maybe, but fortunately, I've been able to not date anyone with children.
Okay.
And that was my choice because I didn't want the headache.
Okay.
I did not want to deal with the baby mama drama.
All right. So Rativia is here. She don't want to deal with the baby mama drama. So we're going to go to commercial break and we'll be right back. And so we're back. And I wanted to elaborate on the time frame a spouse should meet your children. And we're going to talk more so about the age range, right? The age range from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, and how you manage that, right? Because I've seen in the news, I know you ladies have seen it in the news as well, where you see men and women abusing children. Women have introduced, or men have introduced their spouses, their new significant other, to their children prematurely, in my opinion. If your child is from 1 to 10, what effects or what influence should your new spouse have on your child? What do you say about that, Bridget?
What you say about it?
Well, what I say about it is if you have it, I find it to be a lot easier in the younger ages.
Okay.
If your child is from 0 to 10,
Okay.
it's a lot easier to bring a loved one in, introduce them to that child. The child is easier adapted to them.
Okay.
Now, if you're in a situation like what I was with my spouse, okay, we came into the situation while our kids were teenagers.
Okay.
And trust me, that wasn't easy.
That's hard. That's hard. Because they're going through
wasn't
puberty.
easy.
They're coming
Yes.
into their own. They're feeling like they're adults at that point.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
They're
God.
feeling themselves.
Right.
They think they're adults, but yet they still act like kids.
Right. Conveniently.
You know?
When it's convenient for them. Yeah. Right. Let's not forget that.
So what was
Right.
really difficult for the teenage years for us was the disciplining part.
Okay.
Okay. And that's a really, really big question now. I know that I have a sister who had her husband come into her children's lives when they were a lot younger.
Okay.
And he was a really, really good man, and she gave him total control over discipline.
Oh wow.
Something that you don't see women doing.
And this is the step parent. This is not the
This
biological
is the
father.
step parent.
Okay.
Exactly. Because the biological father, was nowhere to be found.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So he took on that role.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I thought it was very.
I have a problem
big.
with
What do you
that.
think about that?
What do you think about that?
I personally have a problem with that. That's the stepfather. That's not the father. You are the mother. Any discipline disciplinary actions that need to happen. It needs to be done by you, the mother, the parent.
But now remember, Rativia, now he came into their lives when they were children. They're still impressionable. They're still, learning everything, and he was a part of that growth process.
Exactly.
Okay,
Now-
well, in that particular situation, okay, I would say yes. But if you're coming in and the kids are teenagers,
Right.
I think you need to fall back and let the mother handle it,
Right.
or let the father handle it, because
Well, See, I disagree with that because when they're older, it has to be a dual process. Because if it's not, the kids will play on
You have to show a united front.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, I
The
agree
kids
with that.
will
You
play
do.
on
You have
it.
to show a united
Okay.
front.
They will turn you against each other.
I agree with that. When I make that statement, I mean if it's just your boyfriend, then you still need to play your role as a parent. Now, you guys are married, you all are under one rule. The children have to respect your spouse.
Okay.
Now, I agree with that part.
Right.
And if there is some punishment that needs to happen, then maybe you all can come together as a united front, like you said, and
Exactly.
lay the law down.
Right.
Okay.
But if you're just a boyfriend, no. I'll tell you what I do have a problem with.
Okay.
I have a problem with these girls meeting these guys along the way, in the streets, in the club, today, and then next week, they'll give the girl a sad story. Oh, I need some place to live, this, that, and the other. And the girl just freely open the door and let them move in.
All right. Okay, I love that. I appreciate that. So with that being said, we're going to come back and we're going to talk about dating, meeting a man in the club, and then letting them move into your home. All right, stay tuned.
And we are back with our discussion, meeting a man in the club and letting him move in a week later,
Our woman,
or a woman. So what do you think about that?
I don't think it makes sense. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to meet a man in the club tonight, right? And then I'm going to move him in tonight.
No, oh well, that's a little ridiculous. Who does that?
It's being done. Sister
Really?
Queen. Yes, it is being done. And it's
I mean, I would
unfortunate.
think you would have to have a conversation.
But this is why the rash of the murders, the child abuse, the molestation is happening.
Yes.
Because they're moving the men, they're moving the women in prematurely. Yes, absolutely. It's happening.
And to be very honest with you, I am a part of a group of ladies we have a petition going around asking people to sign.
Nice.
Because if a child is killed in the presence of your boyfriend or your girlfriend,
Okay.
and you leave that child with that person, and you just met them a week or two ago, and the child come up deceased, dead, we need to charge you too, because you were negligent. You
Right.
didn't care anything about that child. You only cared about yourself.
Wow.
This is my problem I have with that whole situation. Where were they living before they met you?
Right.
So wherever they were living before they met you, leave
Okay.
them out there.
Look, where you living? That's all I want to know. I'm with you. I'm with you on that
there.
one. Okay.
Well, it's just hard for me to believe that women are even doing that in today's day and age. But let's not get away from the topic. Let's give our viewers some real answers.
Right.
When is it a good time to introduce your kids
to your
someone
spouse?
that you are dating,
Okay.
or someone you're thinking about getting married to,
Okay.
or someone that you just overall like?
Okay.
You
Well,
know?
let me say this. Someone that you're dating seriously, consistently, not intermittently, every now and then, we hang out, we kick it, I call you, you ain't doing nothing, let's hang out, you know what I mean? Not that kind of dating.
Okay.
If it's somebody that you're dating like every day, you're seeing this person, you're interacting with this person, you're at this person's house, they're at your house, you're really getting to know them. You've met their family.
Okay.
Absolutely. You've met their family, he's met your family outside of your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Good.
and only then, do you allow them to, the privilege, because understand, it's a privilege to
It
be
is.
with children.
Absolutely.
It
Yes.
really is.
And also, I believe that once you finally do make that decision to introduce your kids to your special someone, it has to be a slow process. Don't just throw them into your face,
Right.
It should be a slow process. Get to see how they
Yeah.
interact with him, how
Yeah.
he interacts with them.
Like occasional contact.
Occasional contact.
Let's call it occasional contact.
Yes,
Right.
that's what I'm
Because we don't know if he's the leading lady, if she's the leading lady, I'm sorry, or he's the leading man, and then what it is? The supporting actress.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for tuning in. and we'll be right back with more Queen Up Chronicles. Okay, so we're back with more Queen Up Chronicles. And I would be really remiss in my responsibilities as a domestic violence survivor. And again, I consider myself a survivor because I've been there, I've experienced it, and I've overcome it. But I want to acknowledge all the queens and the kings who've experienced domestic violence. Although October was Domestic Violence Month, and it has concluded at this point, domestic violence is a struggle for many men and women year long. So again, I wear this moniker, I wear this ladybug every day. For every show, I'll be wearing this ladybug. It signifies strength, it signifies beauty, it signifies resilience. So I want to let you know that I see you, I understand you, and I'm connected to you. But with that being said, I want to acknowledge Shirley. Shirley sent us an email here on Queen Up Chronicles, and she admitted to me that she's a domestic violence victim at this point. She hasn't become a victor yet, but I'm giving her encouragement, I'm building her up. She told me that I'm the first person that she allowed to, in her space, to acknowledge that she is a victim of some domestic violence. I want you to know that, sister, I see you, I'm praying for you, I'm here for you, and I support you. All right?
Absolutely.
Queen Up. All right? We love you.
We love you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and when we come back, we have a special treat for everybody. We have here live in our studio, Mr. Chima of the Duke and Dane Salted Caramel Whiskey Company. You won't want to miss this. See you when we get back.
And this is breaking news. I have to put my glasses on for this one. This is truly a travesty. Hold on, queens. It has been reported that there are people who proudly proclaim, I don't have Facebook. But these are the same people that know everything there is to know about Facebook. They know all the gossip, all the current events. They know who retired, who got hired. They know all the bereavement announcements. They know who got cheated on. And they know who made up. It's really amazing. These are the people we call no Facebook, Facebook. Don't allow them to use your phone. This is one rule. Don't allow them to use your phone. Because what they do conveniently, they will keep you logged in on their phone and they will stroll at their leisure. Now they won't comment or they won't like, but they'll be looking. You best believe they're watching. Hey Facebook, no Facebook, and back to our regular scheduled program.
Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Queen Up Chronicles. This week we have a very special guest. He is Mr. Chima Burey of Duke and Dane Whiskey. This man has started his own flavored whiskey company. Let's give him a round of applause and welcome him to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Hi, of course.
All right, let's get this started.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right, what do we have here? We have a black man who has started his very own whiskey company. Is that right?
Yes, you're correct. Myself and my business partner, MaDea McCauley, we had this idea that we wanted to disrupt the flavored whiskey category. And so we came up with this great idea and the salted caramel flavored whiskey called Duke and Dane. And it's been doing amazing so far. So we're really excited about the success.
Okay, well I like the word disrupt.
Sounds
Because you know Queens known for disrupting some things, right? You know, that's what we do.
Right.
So how long have you been in business?
Just over a year. August of 2018, we launched our product to the market, and it's been doing great. We've opened up in New York, and this week actually we hit the shelves in Michigan.
Okay,
Awesome.
all right, nice. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So where are you located?
Well, we're based in South Florida.
Okay.
Our whiskey is a true Florida product. It's distilled and bottled in Jacksonville, Florida. The corn for our whiskey is sourced from Central Florida, the caramel as well.
Okay.
And our bottles are actually painted in Miami Lakes.
Oh,
so
wow.
we touch all parts of the state, and we like to see or think of ourselves as a homegrown Florida whiskey.
All
Absolutely.
right, so where can we find your whiskey?
All right, you can find us locally at most of your liquor stores. We're at Total Wine throughout the entire state, ABC Liquors as well throughout the state, and many local independent liquor stores as well, from the Panhandle all the way down to the Keys.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
so this is really exciting. How on earth did you guys get this started?
Well, it's not easy because there's not many of us in our community that are doing it, and it wasn't as easy just asking a neighbor or if you know someone who's done it before. So we consider ourselves somewhat of trailblazers, as they call it.
Okay.
And we just had a crazy idea. We obviously like spirits in general, and we figured that this particular category in general was not really represented well. And so that being a lot of our competitors, they take raw unaged whiskey and they basically put syrup on top of their whiskey. But being true whiskey connoisseurs ourselves, we wanted to create a whiskey or formulate or craft a whiskey specifically for this flavor. So with our whiskey, we've only added salt and caramel. There's no artificial flavors, coloring, or sweeteners to our whiskey. So therefore, it's 100% natural, and it is quite enjoyable by all. So we like to say it's not your grandfather's whiskey. So where whiskey has a bad reputation of being harsh and very, and put hair on your chest type thing is, but it's a warming feeling. It's really smooth, it's well balanced, and we're really proud of it.
Okay. So and with that being said, we're gonna come back with more Duke and Dane. Remember, it's not your grandfather's whiskey.
And we are back with Mr. Duke and Dane. And you were saying, Retivia.
So tell me, I heard you say that it's not your grandfather's whiskey.
Yes.
So how does it appeal to females?
Great question. And it starts with our name.
Okay.
So the name of the brand is Duke and Dane, essentially him and hers.
Okay.
And Dane is a female knight. She's a warrior, and she's earned her knighthood. Okay. So we envisioned our whiskey being enjoyed by this power couple together. And
wow, I love it.
it is absolutely delicious. My guy friends like it, my lady friends like it, and it's very versatile. So you can have it whether it's a traditional whiskey cocktail or something on the sweeter side. And it's really enjoyable by a lot of women.
Okay, awesome.
So there's some cool things about whiskey that I learned throughout this process.
So basically you're saying the kings and the queens can enjoy
For
this.
sure.
Up in the castle, right?
For sure,
Okay,
yes,
I love it.
Yeah.
So how potent is this whiskey?
Well, it's 70 proof, which is
that's pretty good.
it's potent, and you'll be surprised when you try it. It's surprisingly smooth for the intensity, or at least the alcohol content that's in it.
So how are you finding your sales?
Sales are great in both categories, men and women. And one of the things that we learned as we were developing it is that the data points show that women are drinking more and more brown. And it really, as we go out and taste it and sample it, a lot of times there's a husband and wife, and the husband's like, no, my wife's a whiskey drinker. And I just drink beer.
I'm noticing that a lot more too at parties that I go to. I'm noticing a lot more females are drinking whiskey.
Right.
Now I actually tasted Mr. Burey's alcohol before, and it is so smooth, like it will not burn your chest.
Okay.
Right?
Exactly.
So it sounds like we need to taste a little.
Oh, for sure. I look forward to it. We enjoy having people try it and sample it, and changing the minds of people, just being creative, how culinary chefs are really having people enjoy different things in different ways, and we consider ourselves the same way. We really want to reintroduce people to the idea of whiskey.
All right, so I understand that you have some offerings for us today, and we're going to have a little bit of a friendly competition, right?
Yes.
What we like the most or what we like better?
There you go. So
okay.
I brought two of our more popular cocktails, and I want you guys to try them both and tell me which ones you like better.
All right,
great. Well, how about we go ahead and take a quick taste test and find out exactly how good this Duke and Dane really is. Okay. We'll be right back.
Let's get it started.
All right.
And we're back. We're at the table with Mr. Chima of Duke and Dane Salted Caramel Whiskey. I'm excited to see what he has to offer. Let's get it started.
All right. So you guys ready?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
one of the first things that we like to have people do is try it neat by itself. So we want you to get the true essence of the whiskey before we build a cocktail. You can find out different ways to enjoy it.
Okay.
All right? How about that?
Well, let's try it.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Ooh, that's very good.
Thank
Oh my
you.
goodness,
Isn't
that
that
is
great?
delicious.
Right?
I think I found my new favorite. I think I have.
It's very smooth.
And you see how smooth it is because we didn't squint after we drank it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Normally,
Right.
when you're drinking something strong, you go,
Exactly.
we didn't have to do that because
Exactly.
it went down very, very smooth.
So normally, that's the reaction we get when people try it for the first time. They say, "Oh, that's dangerous," or "Wow, that's surprisingly smooth." So
Right.
it really, really changes the whole conversation about whiskey.
Right,
And
it
I
does.
mentioned earlier, it's not your grandfather's whiskey. It
does.
doesn't. It's not harsh.
You're
No.
absolutely
It
right.
does.
Right.
Because I want to be honest with you. When I heard whiskey, I was like, I was a little bit incredulous to that. I'm like, I don't think
Right.
whiskey's a man's drink.
Uh-huh.
It's your grandfather's drink,
Right,
right?
right.
But now you have proven me wrong.
There you
Yeah,
go.
right? My
Right.
idea of whiskey has totally changed.
So that's what.
Thank
we're
you
trying
so
to do.
much.
You're
Yes.
welcome. You're welcome. Anytime.
This is pleasing to the palate.
Palate pleasing.
And so one of the tests that we like, and this is big. If you can enjoy a spirit warm out of the bottle, mind you, this is no chaser, no mixer.
Right.
This is just the spirit by itself, not even chilled. But
Nice.
if you can enjoy it in this phase, it's a real testament to the quality of the whiskey or the spirit itself. A lot of times, as you go into the liquor store, you have people try it, or they'll sample it. It's got to be chilled. It's got to be in a cocktail.
Nice.
Because oh my gosh, if you try it by itself, you're not going to enjoy the experience. So we really try to disrupt and disprove.
You know, I like
Right,
it.
exactly. So
Well, you sure have done that.
all right.
So what is this? I noticed that you have an award.
Actually, we have a few of them.
Really?
We've won 9 international spirit.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God. Let's give it a clap for that. Wonderful.
So we've won 9 international spirit awards, and we're rated the 3rd best flavored whiskey in the world.
Wow.
Really?
Right. So
That is
it's
awesome.
absolutely incredible.
I told you my new favorite.
So tell me, what is this, Chima?
All right, so this is a part of our packaging. When you go to a liquor store, you'll find our beautiful bottle, but we'll also have this. This is our bottle topper that showcases some of the medals that we've won. And underneath our bottle topper is one of our more popular recipes. So it has our social media information,
Okay.
and it has our Duke and Dame Mule.
Oh.
So it's Duke and Dame, pineapple juice,
Okay.
lemon juice,
Okay.
and ginger beer. So that's going to be the first
Nice.
cocktail you try today.
Sounds tasty, but wait a minute. You said your social media information is on
Yes.
there. Give us a little bit of information. Where
right.
can we find you?
You can find us on our website, which is www.dukeanddame.com.
Okay.
And our social media is at Duke and Dame Whiskey, both on Facebook and Instagram.
Very
Okay.
nice.
Great.
Very nice.
Very good.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's try this.
And with
mixed
that,
drink.
I think we're gonna take a time for a little commercial break, and we'll be back with the next cocktail.
And we're back with Duke and Dane mixing up a delicious cocktail for us. So what are you mixing?
All right, so this is our mule. So I'm putting the last of the whiskey in our shaker, and I'm now adding pineapple juice. And to that, we're gonna add lemon juice. All right. And finally, ginger beer.
Oh, I love ginger
Nice.
beer.
Do you?
It
Yes,
adds a little
absolutely delicious.
King to every drink.
All right. So the ginger beer is really going to be, with the carbonation ginger beer, I don't aggressively shake this. I really just want to get a really good mix to it. And so sometimes I'll do, and what we're doing is a dry shake. A dry shake is doing it without ice. All right. So the ice is already in the glass, but I just really want to do a little combination there.
Okay.
Here. All right. So there you go.
Yes.
And
Looks divine.
all right.
Smells good.
Really?
Okay.
Ooh, yes, it does.
All right.
Okay.
Guys, tell me what you think.
Thank you. And this is called the
This is our pineapple whiskey mule.
Pineapple whiskey mule.
Cheers.
All right.
Queen.
Cheers, ladies.
Oh my goodness.
It's
There
gonna
you
be.
go.
It's gonna be a great holiday.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Yes.
And Happy New Year.
For sure.
Wow. Very
Oh my
refreshing.
gosh.
Thank you.
Yes.
And
Thank
like
you.
Latifia said about the shot we took earlier, very palate pleasing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's light. It's not harsh at all.
Not harsh at all.
It's very, very light.
This
It
is a great way to start your holiday.
For sure.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you guys like that one. We have one more for you to try. It's called our Peach Whiskey Smash.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and finish this drink, And when we get back, we're gonna try that drink.
Okay.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. And so we're back. Thank you so much for staying tuned in. We really appreciate you. We're here with Chima. He's hanging out at the table with us. And he has his second offering coming for the holidays. Thanksgiving is coming up. You have Christmas coming up. So we're prepared to see what he has to offer us. Let's go.
All right. So once again, this is our peach whiskey smash. Some fresh mint.
Oh gosh, I love mint.
Do you?
Drink. Uh-huh.
And of course, we can't forget our whiskey. All right. And next, I'm gonna go with my peach, and now I'm gonna do some lemon juice.
Okay.
All right. And finally, I'm gonna do a little bit of club soda.
Nice. Nice mix.
Here we go. So all of these together, and once again, I'm doing this without ice. Just giving it a little, what we call a dry shake.
Gracias.
Are you bilingual now today, Uncle?
There you go.
That's what whiskey does for you. It makes you speak multiple languages. Cheers.
All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers, ladies. Cheers. All right, let's see what this tastes
Tell me
like.
what you think.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
You
There
know
we
what?
go.
You're gonna have to stop doing us like this.
Listen.
It's
You
good, right?
really are gonna have to stop this.
It's one of our new favorites.
But I mean, like, keep it going though.
What do you
I don't
think?
know
Oh,
about
this
you
is
guys.
a nice Sunday brunch drink.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
great, right?
What you say, Bridget?
I don't know about you guys, but Chima, you're leaving this here.
Yes, yeah, for sure. You guys could have it and enjoy it. If you come up with any new recipes, you have to promise to share with me, though.
Let me tell you, the drink is so light, it's airy, it's crisp,
Yes.
and it's
Thank you.
clean, it's
Yes.
refreshing.
It's
Yeah.
clean. Oh, I
It's not
love it.
what
I
you
love it.
expect from whiskey, right?
No,
Exactly.
I cannot believe I'm drinking whiskey.
We
Right.
enjoy introducing people to whiskey. We call it a unique whiskey experience.
I am
Wow.
so happy to have been introduced to whiskey because I've never had whiskey
Really?
before.
Okay.
And because I've always equated it to my grandfather.
Okay, all right.
And so
Right.
now I'm a new connoisseur.
There we go. Awesome. Well, I'm
Nice.
glad.
I have been converted to
Uh-huh.
a whiskey drinker.
There we go.
Okay,
Awesome.
let's say I have been converted.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to
Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
And thank you so much, Chima, for coming and joining the queens here on Up Chronicles. We appreciate you coming out and taking your time out of your busy day because we know you're busy, and we really appreciate you.
Awesome.
we do.
All right.
Yes,
No
but before
problem.
you go,
Yes.
tell us, we have some young viewers out here.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to a young version of you who was trying to start something like this?
Great question. Thank you.
Yes.
We it's so important to dream and not be afraid of your dreams. And even though you don't see it often represented around you, don't be afraid to be the first to try it or one of few. Don't be afraid to ask questions and ask for help. We love getting probed and asked questions by young, energetic, future entrepreneurs who are just willing to take a shot with your idea. If you dare to dream big, follow it, and just be methodical in your approach in accomplishing your dream, and you'll be able to do it.
All right, now.
So on the other side of fear is success. It's
Yes.
basically what I'm hearing Chima
Definitely.
say.
Yeah,
Right? Step outside of the box, go against the grain, go outside the norm, and be who you want to be.
So Sheila, tell me this. Before you go, how much would a bottle like this cost me?
Great. So you can find us at many retailers. For example, at Total Wine, if you went there right now, you'd be able to pick it up for $28.99.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, under $30,
Oh,
people.
definitely.
Right.
Yes. So it's great product, great quality,
Right.
and we wanted it to be affordable so everyone could enjoy it.
Well, everybody, you heard it right here on Up Chronicles.
Yes.
Great stocking stuffer, gifted to anyone that you want. Right now, I'm gifting this to myself.
Under $30.
Yes.
I want to thank Chima for coming by.
Thank you again.
Yes. And everybody, you can contact him at the information below. He's on Instagram. He's on all the social networks. So give him a call. Let him know how many cases you want to buy.
Yeah. For sure. Feel free.
And when we come back, we have another delicious cake from MaDea Caramel Cake Company. Stay tuned.
And we're back back with MaDea's Caramel Cake Company. She dropped off a nice cake for us, and so we're going to taste and see what it's all about.
That's right. MaDea is located in Miami-Dade County. She is one of our locally sponsored cakes.
So let's try it out.
So what type of cake do we have here today?
We have a lemon key lime cake, and it is absolutely scrumptious.
It looks delicious. So Retivia, tell me, what months are these cakes available?
So these cakes are available 8 months out of the year, starting November 1st through June 14th. That means we are covering all of the major holidays.
Okay, great.
All right, nice. Nice. It looks moist, it looks soft, it looks palate pleasing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very good. I can't wait to try
So you know what, Queens? I'm gonna go ahead and thank MaDea in advance for these extra 5 pounds I'm getting for the holidays. You know what? I don't know about y'all, but I'm just like this 5, 5, 5. MaDea, you have to stop doing me like this, girlfriend.
This is MaDea's best cake yet.
Yes.
I can't
I
believe
think this
how
is
much
the
I love
winner.
it. This is delicious.
Yeah. For real, for real.
Wow.
It's
Oh my
moist.
goodness.
I mean, just enough sweetness.
But we still have our guests on stage.
Yeah, so why don't we bring Mr. Chima up
All right.
and have a taste of this cake?
Wow, yes.
Well,
Come
you
on
don't
up.
have to twist my arm to try that. It's all right. So,
Come on up. Let us know what
see
you
how
think.
Yes, please let us know.
All right.
Yes, let us know what you think.
You be the judge.
All right, let's see.
Are you into sweets?
No, at all.
No?
Wow.
Right?
But it's so good. It's not like overly sweet.
Right. Right.
Speaking from a guy who makes caramel whiskey. But this is absolutely delicious. This is great.
Yes, it is.
So I haven't tried the others, so this is the best one so far.
Thank you so much for your input.
Yes.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Wow.
You know what? And I think this cake would go really, really good with a shot of Mr. Chima's salted caramel
Why
whiskey.
not?
Right.
Boom.
Shot, 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 shot.
Yes.
Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. We hope you've gotten a lot of great information about the businesses that were sponsored here on this show. And remember, you are valuable.
You are worthy.
And you are enough.
Queen up.